Hi Vanessa, right, the girl on a bike, and I'm here at the Husqvarna 2024 Enduro range launch. You can see a massive fleet of motorcycles behind me. And in this video, I'm going to be talking you through everything that is new, how it feels and what to expect. And before I can even do that, I need to get my bum on a seat, get riding. We've got the 2 strokes, the 4 strokes, the 150s, 250s, 300s. So I'm going to go out, take them for a spin, and then we can look into what they're actually like to ride. Okay, to kick off the day, dropping my gloves, we are getting to a little warm up. I have decided to go with the 150 2-stroke to start. No, that's a 300. So I'm going to start with a 300 after all, not the 150. Wow, you can already feel the different seat cover. I'm going to go through all the specs, everything that's different on them a little bit later on. They're all super light, to be honest. Right then, Vanessa, you know how to ride a bike? All you got to do is just do that. See you in a bit. Good. That is a smoky bridge. Okay, so basically we've got a sort of 3-minute track and a 20-minute track that goes off into the wilderness. I'm out on that now. We're going to get to ride all the different bikes around this track. So far on the 300, the confidence it's inspiring in me because it's just so fiery yet controllable, stable, energetic. It's absolutely incredible. We've got someone else coming around now. Here we go. Go that way. Woo! Wow.
All good?
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. What a track.
Yeah, it's not that easy, but...
Oh, I know, it was amazing.
Perfect.
It was like heaven.
Perfect.
What a track.
So
Woo! That is the most amazing track. There was like so much going on. Rocks and lumps and roots and steps and hills, and that was absolutely incredible. Love the 300. No opinions yet. I'm going to hopefully get on the 250 now. They're all here, so I can pick and choose and ride as I like. So, see if I can get on the 250. There's a 250. Right, you want to go for a play? Little guy, big guy, medium guy? Call you medium guy, because you're in the middle. Come on then. Goggles up. $250 time. I guess I should do the small loop once.
Sorry, you have to go back.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Because you have to wait for all, and then we go together on the mountain for the pictures and the video.
Oh, okay. I thought we could just go round and round.
Later.
Sorry.
So please go back.
Yeah, but this way?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Sorry.
No problem.
yeah, so apparently I'm a bit keen. We have to have a small break and then we're going to do a photo session. All I want to do is ride. So yeah, all the bikes packed up again. Not as organised as we were this morning. I guess that's ducklings. Yeah, we've got a pretty amazing spread for lunch. What? Not sure I've earned that yet. The hard route on the 150. That is my plan. Out there in the middle of the track, it's unbelievable the terrain that we are getting to ride these bikes through, and these bikes just suck it up. Absolutely mind-blowing. That was absolutely phenomenal. Mike just absolutely beasted me through the woods. We did the hard lines of the track and then we went under the tape into some other places that were even harder. Might have overcooked my poor husky at one point, but that is because I was in a riverbed giving it a little bit too much beans, but I got up. But it was absolutely incredible. What an amazing experience. These bikes are phenomenal. Very often the next generation bikes, they're kind of they're just a new version of the old. No, these are a new version of something absolutely cracking. I am buzzing. You can see I'm a bit of a sweaty mess here in Norway. Woohoo! Okay, I have now ridden all of the bikes and it was a lot of fun. Husqvarna, you absolutely nailed the track at this launch. It was possibly up there one of my favourite enduro tracks you've ever had. So we're in Norway, there's forest. In forest you get roots, you get rocks, you get hills, and it wasn't like crazy hard, but it was like, ooh, and it was really fun. It was just amazing, like loose stuff and rocky stuff and steps and a few where you had to sort of pop off or pop up, or it was absolutely fantastic. Really good terrain for being able to take each of the different bikes out. I will tell you what they are in a moment and get a feel for how they feel, because all of the bikes in the range do have their own characteristics. Now in this video I'm going to talk you through how they made me feel, which was just amazing, by the way, buzzing, but a little bit more detail on that. But actually, I'm going to really focus on what are the key, most important differences in the 2024 bikes from the previous ones. They're nearly 100% fully redesigned, so there is a long list. Now, I am not the sort of person that will stand here and go through a whole spec on a motorbike, because you can read that on the website. I'm going to talk to you about the ones that I think give you the best feel of improvement as a rider out there on the bikes. So what have I ridden? I have been on the two-stroke range. There is a full video on the two-stroke models on the TEs, so check that out. The 150, the 250 and the 300 TE. We then have the four strokes, and I've been out on the 250, the 350, the 450 and the 501 FE. And I have basically had a play on them all directly in the same terrain to be able to have that comparison of, I want to say black and white, but you know what terrain is like off-road, it changes every time you go back past because the rocks moved or the mud's changed or the ruts got deeper. You get the idea. Okay, so here are two of the monsters behind me. I've got the FE501 and the TE300. No particular reason why these two are behind me other than these are the two that I managed to steal to come and talk to you on camera. And I'm going to talk to you about the key differences. So nearly 100% redesigned. It would be easier to tell you what hasn't changed, so I will do that. What hasn't changed is the DID rims by the Dirt Stars and the Michelin Medium rubber. When you've got the best premium rubber on the market on the bikes already, why would you change it? So that makes sense. So what has changed on these bikes? Okay, electronics is a big thing. So we've got a quick shifter on these bikes. Yes, there is a quick shifter on enduro bikes. It has a sensor linked to the shifter, which momentarily pauses the ignition and enables you to go pop up through the gears without having to come off the throttle. So picture up changes at speed without having to clutch and change gear. That goes in second gear up and only up, but a very cool new feature. You've then got a smart control unit inside. Now previously on these bikes, the electronics kind of did all their things and you'd have fuses. They've now put a unified central control unit for the electronics, which means the diagnosis if you have an electrical issue is going to be a lot easier. There is a little LED box as such under the seat that has a red and a green light system for the various different electronics on there, for example the headlight, and if one of them is not working, the electronic voltage system will shut it off so you don't have fuses. There is one fuse for the starter relay and the rest is this little LED system. Cool technology. Continuing on the electronics and the theme of that, we've then got the engine in the two-stroke. This is now a TBI, throttle body injection. So where the injection is happening in the combustion process is in a different part of the engine. It's going to give you a lot more response, higher performance, and a really nice feel. The confidence that I got jumping on those two strokes for how that power comes out, it feels like a little rocket, like you'd expect from a two-stroke, and that's massively down to the TBI, and that's a massive step on from the TPI that we have been used to seeing. Add to that there is now a exhaust sensor which is controlling the airflow through the exhaust system as well, and effectively the combination of all these electronics is enabling the bike to optimize its performance, its output to the environment you're putting it in. So say you're riding at a little bit of altitude in the mountains, maybe it's warmer or colder, or you're riding more aggressively, less aggressively, the engine is going to intelligently know the best way to give you the best performance as a rider, which all massively helps. They've got fully new frames on these models and the rider triangle as such has been improved. So for example, the foot pads are slightly further in and forward, which means you're less likely to catch them in ruts. You've got a 27% increase in the surface area of your foot pegs, which is going to give you less riding fatigue. If you think about your whole body weight is on that tiny little foot peg. Great new sort of feature. When you actually look at the shape of the bikes as far as the fairings and the tanks, they've slimmed down the tank fairings and made it completely symmetrical. Gives you a lot more contact point for your knees, and actually the rear of the bike has a slightly little bit of a flick, which enables your legs to sort of have a little bit of a resting point, maybe when you're accelerating or standing up. Another important part is the subframe. Now it used to be, I believe, a carbon fiber subframe, which was possibly a little bit delicate. They have recognised the need for a slightly more durable subframe. So we now have a polyamide reinforced aluminium subframe in here. That means that there's going to be aluminium fibres in the bits that take the most amount of stress and then moulded over the top, which is going to give you a lot more durability in the subframe. If you've ever been caught out at night, the new LED headlight as standard is going to get you a little bit excited. It's 30% brighter, 900 little lumens coming out of there, and the cover is replaceable if you were to smash it into a tree. Not saying that I've ever done that, but that's a good one for the running cost. The suspension setup, key thing that I think is probably the most important thing to highlight is the fact that it's fully adjustable with no tools now. So at the top and the bottom of the forks and in a little flap on the side of the bike, I will demonstrate here. In there, you have the adjustment of the rear suspension. Again, no tools, super easy to, on the fly out on a ride, have a tweak to your suspension. The grab handle is quite a cool one here that's integrated into the design of the bike, which means when your bike's having a little naughty lie down, it's going to be easy to recover. And the texture of the seat has been adjusted for more grip on your bottom. And I did feel that was very grippy out on the trails. Okay, so I've got the FE501 here. Let's start it up. We have a on switch. There we go. Sounds pretty good. Give her a little rev. It's pretty beautiful. And then we've got the 300 two-stroke here. He sounds like a two-stroke. I don't know why the sound of an engine makes me so happy, but it does. Doesn't make me quite as happy as riding them though. Okay, so that is a bit of a run through of the 2024 Husqvarna Enduro range, the 2-strokes and the 4-strokes. Now, I haven't gone through every single thing that is new on these bikes. As I said, they are nearly 100% redesigned, but you can read that on the spec sheet. So head over to the Husqvarna website and you can look at all the different models. The 2-strokes and the 4-strokes, the different engine sizes, all have slightly different specs and variations. For example, the 150 2-stroke is going to be the lightest all the way through to the FE501. Each of these bikes is going to be suited for slightly different styles of riding. The ultimate way to find out which one is best for you is to get yourself on one and take one for a test ride. There's lots of places that you can do that around the world. I know in the UK there are plenty of places where you can jump on a Husqvarna and have a go. So my best recommendation is to try and get your bum on a seat. Go have some fun, get out riding, and you don't have to have a fancy, shiny, brand new motorcycle to have a really good time. But these are pretty exceptional monsters, and I'm going to sign out, stop talking to you, and while the sun is still shining here in Norway, go and get a couple more laps around on the loop. I'm Vanessa at The Girl on a Bike. Let me know if you have any questions, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much for watching. Bonus end to the video. We've just had a really hot, sweaty day on motorbikes, and there is a gorgeous lake. So why would we not go in? It looks a bit scabby, but whatever. It does look a bit scabby. I feel like I shouldn't touch it before I get in. It's going to be really cold, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's ice cold. I'm thinking that seeing no one's here either, I probably don't need to get my shorts wet. Oh, that was amazing! Oh, it's definitely scabby. Scabby bottom. Woo! That felt so good. That is how to finish off an epic day riding.